Deep Sea Showdown, Octopus vs. Squid, who will rule the cephalopod kingdom? Welcome, ocean enthusiasts, to the ultimate arena beneath the waves, the shadowy depths of the mighty Pacific Ocean. Today, we're not talking about whales, we're not talking about sharks. No, today's match is far more mysterious and far more tentacled. This is a clash between two of the most bizarre, brilliant, and breathtaking invertebrates in the sea, the cunning octopus and the formidable giant squid. Both are masters of survival, both are legends of the deep. But if only one could wear the crown, who would it be? These are not your average sea creatures. They're cephalopods, a class of marine animals whose name literally means head-foot. They boast impressive brains, elastic bodies, and abilities so jaw-dropping, they've kept scientists scratching their heads for decades. If the ocean had its own Olympics, the octopus and squid would be going for gold in the weird but genius category, no contest. So, fasten your dive gear and hold onto your snorkels. This is going to be one wild ride into the deep blue battle zone. Beneath the crushing pressure of the deep Pacific, where sunlight fades into darkness and only the boldest survive, two of the ocean's most extraordinary creatures prepare to collide. Not beasts of bone or brute strength, but elastic enigmas of intellect and instinct, armed not with claws or fangs, but with color-shifting skin, venom-laced beaks, and minds that rival some mammals. Octopus and squid, creatures so strange, they feel more like science fiction than science. Both belong to the remarkable class Cephalopoda, meaning head-footed, an evolutionary masterpiece where the brain and limbs are so intertwined, it's hard to tell where thought ends and motion begins. These animals are not just survivors, they're innovators of the abyss. The octopus, a solitary escape artist with 8 arms, 3 hearts, and a decentralized nervous system that lets each limb think for itself. The squid, a high-speed predator built for ambush, wielding glowing lures, giant eyes, and twin lightning-fast tentacles that strike with surgical precision. Their skills defy imagination: shapeshifters, camouflage artists, jet-propelled hunters. Some can glow like neon signs. Others can vanish like smoke in water. Scientists call them cephalopods. I call them the geniuses of the deep. If there were an underwater Olympics, these two wouldn't just be athletes, they'd be the ones designing the events, rewriting the rules, and then vanishing in a cloud of ink before the medal ceremony. So what happens when these two deep-sea champions meet in battle? One represents raw speed and stealth, the other, silent cunning and unmatched flexibility. One fight, one winner. The crown of the cephalopod kingdom is on the line. Let the duel of the deep begin. The octopus, the brainy escape artist with hearts to spare. In the deep blue world where brute force often dominates, few creatures rely so completely on wit, adaptability, and stealth as the octopus. Imagine a being with no skeleton, 8 limbs that move independently, 9 brains, yes, 9 and 3 hearts tirelessly pulsing to sustain a body built almost entirely of muscle. The octopus is not just strange, it is an evolutionary marvel. Its brain-to-body ratio is the highest among all invertebrates. Each arm is essentially a semi-autonomous unit, capable of solving problems, manipulating objects, and exploring independently. It's like watching a living, thinking network of limbs. I once watched an octopus unscrew a jar from the inside while blindfolded from view by the very glass that trapped it. That's not instinct, that's intelligence. When it comes to escape, few can rival the octopus. Its boneless body allows it to slip through cracks no wider than a coin, provided its beak the only hard part of its body can fit. A basketball-sized octopus can vanish through a hole the size of a teacup. Lock it in a tank, and it'll likely be gone by morning, often reappearing in another tank across the room, usually full of crabs. Its movement is a dance of propulsion. Water is drawn into its mantle cavity and then expelled in a jet, sending the creature gliding silently through the sea like a missile with no wake. And when stealth isn't enough, camouflage becomes its weapon of choice. Using specialized skin cells called chromatophores, it can shift color and texture in a heartbeat, matching a coral reef one moment, mimicking a rock or seaweed the next. It is a living invisibility cloak. But don't mistake it for merely clever and harmless. Beneath that soft body lies a razor-sharp beak and venom potent enough to take down armored prey. Crabs, mollusks, even small fish, nothing is truly safe. And then there's the blue-ringed octopus, a creature no larger than a golf ball, yet carrying enough neurotoxin to kill 20 adult humans in minutes. Beautiful, iridescent ... and absolutely lethal. This is not a creature that hunts with rage or brute strength. It waits, it thinks, it calculates. Every movement is a strategy, every escape an art form. In my experience studying marine life, I've never seen an animal embody such a perfect blend of grace and danger. The octopus is part ninja, part alien, part genius and all-survivor. The squid, the light-wielding warrior of the abyss. Deep beneath the surface, where the ocean's heart is swallowed by shadow and where light is a mere memory, a silent predator stalks its domain. The squid, both a ghost and a ghost hunter, rules the darkest depths. Adapted to life where the pressure could crush most creatures and where even light cannot pierce the blackness, the squid is a master of survival in the ultimate hostile environment. Some species of squid can grow up to a staggering 13 meters long, tipping the scales at nearly a ton. To put that into perspective, the only creatures with the audacity to challenge such a behemoth are the sperm whale, nature's true leviathan, and perhaps a few other giants of the deep. This isn't your average squid. It's the epitome of what happens when evolution turns the darkness of the abyss into a weapon. Squids possess 8 arms and 2 long, powerful tentacles that can stretch up to 2 meters. These tentacles aren't just for show. They are lined with rows of sharp, serrated suckers that can grab hold of prey, immobilizing it with precision. When a squid hunts, it's as though it's wielding a spear and net at once, an efficient, unstoppable force that few creatures can escape. But what truly sets the squid apart is its mastery of the darkness itself. Armed with bioluminescence, it wields light like a sword. To lure in prey, or to deceive would-be predators, the squid can produce glowing patterns across its body, shimmering in the pitch-black waters like a phantom. Think of it as a living light show, used not for celebration, but as a tool of survival. It's the ultimate trickster, one that could vanish into the shadows or lure prey within striking distance. And if the squid's ability to manipulate light wasn't impressive enough, consider its eyes. These aren't just large. They are the largest eyes in the animal kingdom, measuring up to 30 centimeters in diameter, roughly the size of a dinner plate. These giant eyes are built for seeing in the eternal night of the ocean depths, allowing the squid to track prey with unmatched precision. Speed, of course, is the squid's second nature. With the power of jet propulsion, it can accelerate through the water at an astonishing 24 kilometers per hour, leaving predators and prey alike in the dust. In the blink of an eye, it can vanish, retreating into the darkness or launching a lightning-fast counterattack. The squid doesn't fight like a brute, it strikes with the speed of a ninja, using surprise, agility, and precision. It can blast ink to obscure its position, confuse its enemies, and slip away in a cloud of darkness. But if it chooses to fight, it does so with deadly grace, targeting vulnerable spots with its sharp beak. To me, the squid is the embodiment of the ocean's unseen warriors. It has perfected the art of stealth, speed, and surprise. A creature that can blend into the blackness one moment, then shoot forward at lightning speed the next. Its bioluminescence is not just beauty, it's a deadly weapon. The squid doesn't seek confrontation, it's simply built for victory. In the grand game of predator and prey, the squid is the ghost in the machine, always moving, always calculating, and always ready to strike. In the depths of the Pacific, where the water is dark and cold, a quiet, almost eerie calm settles over the ocean floor. The stage is set for a clash that will shake the undersea world. Beneath the shifting sands, the octopus waits, its body a silent, undulating shadow. With its keen eyes peering out, it senses every vibration, every movement, ready to strike at a moment's notice. A distant flicker stirs the waters. The squid, the very embodiment of speed and precision, glides through the inky blackness, its sleek form cutting effortlessly through the current. Its giant eyes are constantly scanning, and its sharp senses detect the slightest ripple. Something shifts in the sand ahead, and the squid is on alert. The hunt is on. Without hesitation, the octopus makes its first move. Its ink bursts from its body, swirling out in a thick black cloud, an attempt to obscure its position and confuse its foe. But the squid, a creature of the deep with no equal in the art of deception, is quick to retaliate. In a flash, it releases its own ink, a dense curtain of darkness that mingles with the octopus's, creating a chaotic, murky battlefield. The squid's bioluminescence flickers in the distance, a fleeting light in the shadows, The battle of ink and shadows intensifies as the squid uses its long, muscular tentacles 10 meters in length to strike. With astonishing precision, one of its tentacles lash out, slamming into the octopus. A sickening snap is heard as the octopus loses one of its prized arms, severed in an instant. The squid is relentless, but the octopus isn't down yet. With 8 brains controlling its every movement, it quickly calculates its next move. The octopus attempts to fight back, its venomous beak coming into play. It releases a stream of venom, hoping to paralyze the squid. However, the squid is no amateur in combat. It darts out of reach, too fast, too agile for the octopus to land a hit. The struggle escalates. The squid, sensing its opportunity, charges forward with terrifying speed, using its razor-sharp beak to strike directly at the octopus. Within seconds, the octopus is at the mercy of the squid's lethal force. Its soft body, now exposed and vulnerable, is torn apart in a final, decisive strike. The squid stands victorious. Its battle strategy quick, precise, and unforgiving has proven to be too much for the octopus. A lethal, quick finish was exactly what it needed to secure the win. But the ocean is vast, and this battle is far from over. The octopus may have lost today, but it's not defeated. The severed arm, it will grow back in a matter of weeks, a perfect replica ready for revenge. In the deep waters, where time runs differently and the stakes are ever high, the octopus is a survivor, and one thing is certain, it will be back. As for the squid, its victory may be short-lived. The ocean holds many more challenges, and not even the mighty squid can escape the wrath of nature's true predator, the sperm whale, a beast with no fear. But that's a battle for another day. Today, the squid reigns supreme. In the eternal dance of the deep ocean, where power and intellect collide, the battle between the squid and octopus has sparked a new level of fascination. The squid, with its raw power and unmatched speed, emerges victorious in this direct confrontation. Its long, sharp tentacles and razor-like beak prove to be too much for the octopus, whose strategy of cunning and stealth is unable to match the squid's fierce offensive. Victory was claimed through sheer force, precision, and the relentless speed of a hunter built for the depths. However, let's not be too quick to crown the squid as the true monarch of the seas. The octopus, though outmatched in this specific encounter, remains an undeniable marvel of evolution. Its brain power, its ability to adapt, and its unmatched camouflage techniques place it at the pinnacle of intelligence in the ocean world. In many ways, the octopus is the master tactician, capable of escaping danger and evading predators that others couldn't even begin to outrun. It's a survivor, always plotting and always ready to fight another day. While today's battle was won by the squid, the true ruler of the ocean remains open for debate. The squid may have triumphed here, but it faces its own threats in the abyssal depths. In particular, the sperm whale, with its immense size and sheer hunting power, is the one creature capable of challenging the squid's dominance. This hunter, which can dive to depths where even the bravest of creatures fear to tread, has been known to prey on giant squid. Could the squid survive such a foe, and if it does, will it continue to rule the ocean or find itself overtaken by a new challenger? As we look beyond this specific confrontation, we must remember that the ocean is a vast, uncharted territory filled with creatures and ecosystems that remain hidden from our understanding. Every corner of the deep sea is a battleground, and beneath the waves lies the constant ebb and flow of life and survival. There is so much we still don't know, so many stories left to uncover. For every squid that triumphs, there's an octopus lurking in the shadows, ready to return and outwit its foe. The true king of the ocean, that's a mystery still waiting to be solved. In the end, the ocean's great contest is far from over. We've merely scratched the surface of the unseen world that awaits beneath. What other fierce, intelligent, and powerful creatures lie in wait, ready to engage in their own epic battles? Only time and the relentless tides of nature will tell. In the vast and mysterious depths of the ocean, some of its creatures pose a very real and deadly threat to humans. While the squid and octopus are fascinating and awe-inspiring, there are species within these families that can be extremely dangerous. The most infamous of these is the venomous blue-ringed octopus, which, despite its small size, carries enough toxic venom to kill a human in just a few minutes. The venom of the blue-ringed octopus contains a potent neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin, which is up to 1,000 times more powerful than cyanide. Even a small amount of this toxin can cause paralysis, respiratory failure, and death. What makes this creature even more perilous is its camouflage abilities. The blue-ringed octopus flashes its brilliant blue rings when it feels threatened, but its appearance is often so subtle that many people might not even realize they're in danger until it's too late. A bite from this small but deadly creature can lead to paralysis and, if not treated immediately, death. On the squid side of things, the giant squid may not pose a direct threat to humans, as it generally resides in the deep, dark waters far below the reach of most human activities. However, larger squid species like the colossal squid are not to be underestimated. Known for their massive size and powerful tentacles, these creatures have been known to lash out at fishing boats or researchers who come too close. Their powerful beaks and tentacles can inflict severe damage, and while fatal encounters with humans are rare, their sheer size and strength make them potentially dangerous. Additionally, the sperm whale, a known predator of giant squid, has been known to pose a threat to humans when encountered. Although they rarely attack humans directly, their sheer power and size in the ocean can lead to dangerous situations for those unlucky enough to find themselves in the path of one. The deep ocean is home to creatures with capabilities beyond human comprehension, and their defensive mechanisms, whether it's venom, brute strength, or camouflage, make them formidable adversaries. The key to surviving in the ocean is respect and caution. Though many of these creatures are beautiful and inspiring, they must be treated with the utmost care and awareness. Always remember that the ocean, while stunning, is also a wild and unpredictable place, where even the smallest creature can be a force to be reckoned with. While the idea of having an octopus or squid as a pet may seem fascinating to some, the reality of keeping these deep-sea creatures in a home environment is much more complicated and often not a good idea for most pet owners. Octopus as a pet. Octopuses, with their incredible intelligence and unique characteristics, might seem like intriguing candidates for a pet. However, they are highly specialized creatures with specific needs that can be challenging to replicate in captivity. Here are some factors to consider. 1. Intelligence and problem solving. Octopuses are incredibly intelligent, capable of problem solving and using tools. They are known to escape from tanks, open jars, and even recognize their owners. However, this intelligence can be a double-edged sword. An octopus might become bored or frustrated in captivity if its environment doesn't provide enough stimulation or enrichment. Without proper mental and physical challenges, they can develop behavioral problems or become stressed, which can lead to premature health issues. 2. Short lifespan. Octopuses generally have short lifespans, with some species living only for a few years. While this might sound appealing to some pet owners, it also means that they can quickly become ill or die, leaving you with the emotional burden of caring for a creature that won't live long. Some species, like the giant Pacific octopus, may only live for 3 to 5 years. 3. Specialized tank requirements. Octopuses are escape artists, so a standard aquarium setup won't do. They require a tank with secure, well-sealed lids, and specific water conditions. Temperature, salinity, oxygen levels must be maintained. They also need a tank that allows for hiding spots, as they are naturally solitary and prefer areas where they can retreat and feel secure. 4. Feeding. Octopuses are carnivores and require a diet of live food such as crabs, shrimp, or fish. This means that pet owners would need to regularly provide live prey, which can be costly and inconvenient. Additionally, an octopus may refuse to eat certain foods, complicating their diet further. Squid as a pet. Unlike octopuses, squids are not typically kept as pets for several important reasons. 1. Size and space. Most squid species, particularly the giant and colossal squid, grow to massive sizes up to 43 feet in length. Even the smaller squid species still require an enormous amount of space to thrive, making it nearly impossible to create a suitable environment in a typical home aquarium. The space and resources needed to house a squid are simply not feasible for most people. 2. Aggressive behavior. Squids, particularly the larger species, can be aggressive. Their long, powerful tentacles and sharp beaks are designed to capture and incapacitate prey. Keeping a squid as a pet would require constant vigilance, and their aggressive tendencies could make them dangerous to other tank inhabitants, or even to their owners. 3. Lighting and environmental needs. Many squid species, especially the bioluminescent ones, require very specific lighting conditions to thrive. Replicating these conditions at home would be costly and difficult, especially considering the fact that squids need a constantly changing environment to mimic their natural habitat in the deep, dark ocean. While it might be tempting to keep such extraordinary creatures as pets, both octopuses and squids are challenging to care for and require specialized environments that are not easy to replicate in a home setting. Their intelligence, unique behaviors, and specific environmental needs make them more suited for research purposes or professional aquariums, rather than as pets for the average person. If you're fascinated by these creatures, it's best to appreciate them in their natural habitat or in well-maintained aquariums, where their needs can be properly met. Additionally, it's important to remember that keeping an octopus or squid as a pet may not always be ethical or sustainable, considering the complexities of their care and the potential harm to their health in captivity. Ultimately, if you're passionate about ocean life, you may find more joy in supporting marine conservation efforts or volunteering at aquariums that care for these remarkable creatures, rather than attempting to keep them as pets. Fascinated by the mysteries of the deep sea and its strange, brilliant creatures? Hit subscribe now and dive with us into a world where science meets adventure, from brainy beasts to legendary undersea showdowns. And don't forget to tap the bell so you never miss a splash of new ocean wonders.